Hello. I am back again. Once again, I wanted to continue what I was talking about on yesterday. And this was about pretty much making sure that you always have confidence in yourself, especially when you make mistakes. Not beating yourself up. Never beat yourself up. Stop beating yourself up. You know what? This goes for me too. I tend to be hard on myself a lot for a lot of things. And sometimes when I make mistakes, I have to always remind myself, my mistakes is for learning. My mistakes are for tools for growth, okay? And you have to have a positive mindset, as I was saying in the previous video. You have to have a positive mindset, and that is part of renewing your mind daily. When things and obstacles come your way, and I believe I said this before, do not look at it from a negative standpoint. Do not look at that negative situation as a way to bring doubt upon yourself, because you will lose your belief system. You will lose who you are, and whatever you think is who you become. You have to remember that there is power, so much power in you to believe in yourself. And when you make mistakes, stop doubting yourself. I tend to, I've made some mistakes in many different situations. I made bad decisions, but we weren't born into this life knowing things. We weren't born into this life, just automatically knowing how to be parents. We weren't born into this life making decisions in our finances. We weren't born into this life just knowing this stuff, being, having the moral and standards. I know that, we were born into sin. That is what that is what God says. That's what the word says. We were born into sin. And you have to always remember and remind yourself that, as they always say, if you fall down, pick yourself back up again. If you fall back, at least you can look up in the sky and know that I can come up. I'm getting up. I can get up. Okay? Because as the word says, I looked to the hills with cometh my help. That's where my help comes from. My help comes from the Lord. That means if I'm looking up to the hills, I'm looking up. So when you fall down, get up. Don't stay there. Don't create excuses for yourself because of bad mistakes you've made. Yeah, you may have made some bad mistakes in your past, but your past is not your present. Your past is not your current day. Do not become a victim of your past, because it does not dictate your future. But if you allow it to, it will become your future. So having a positive mindset is having a good characteristic of positive thinking. That's one of the good characteristics of being positive, because you become influenced. You influence the world to do well. You become influential in the greatest way. You don't understand how people are watching you. You won't believe how folks are observing you. They observe every move you make. Most of all, God is watching everything you do, and He definitely records everything you say. So be mindful of that. But one thing for sure is, always keep a positive mindset. I don't care what comes your way, because it's always some type of attack or struggle or obstacle or challenge that we will face. But we always have to keep a positive mindset, and knowing that these obstacles that I'm dealing with, I'm going to get through them. Whatever mistake that I've made that wasn't a good choice, I'm going to grow from this mistake. I am yet growing. I am yet learning. I'm not going to use this mistake to beat me down. I'm not going to use this bad choice and this bad decision to beat me up and say that, you know what, I'm never going to make it. I'm never going to do well. I'm never going to get out of this situation. You know, if you're having financial issues, stop saying I'm broke. Stop saying I can't afford it. Stop saying that when we don't have the money. Stop speaking that. You're actually speaking curses into your life. We don't have. I am broke. Those are curses. Start saying, I will have the money to pay these bills. I will become successful. I will open up that business. I will allow my gifts to make room for me. I will. I am the head and not the tail. I am a lender and not a borrower. I am the head. I believe I said the head and not the tail. But I am an overcomer. I am a leader and I'm not a follower. Start speaking this stuff into your life, even in the midst of the mistakes that you've made. Don't beat yourself up. We're not perfect. None of us is perfect. And all the ones that know it all, in God's eyes, they're foolish. The ones that always got something to say for everything. They always just know every single thing. You can talk about a topic and they just know it. Oh, I did this before. I did that before. In God's eyes, so people that always think they know everything, in God's eyes, are foolish. You don't know everything. You will leave this world not knowing everything, okay? You will not know everything. But one thing is for sure. One thing is for sure. That when you fall, you get back up again. What was that you heard when you heard as a kid? It said, if once again you don't succeed, try and try again. Many millionaires and billionaires can tell you that they have failed so many times. So many times. Some of the world's most influential people, some of the world's most richest and wealthiest people have failed so many times. And what was the secret? They never gave up. They kept pushing over and over again until they got it right. And sometimes you ain't gonna know everything as you go into a new venture in your life, a new business in your life. You're not gonna know everything, but start where you are and go. You're gonna grow as you go into it. You're gonna make mistakes as you go into it, and that's what makes you a better and more expert at something. Because guess what? Once you make that first mistake, I guarantee you won't make it again. If you're wise enough, you will not make that same mistake again. And that is how you grow from your experiences. That's how you grow from your mistakes. So I advise you today to be encouraged, to stop beating up yourself, to stop making yourself feel like you're not worth it or you're not valued enough because you've made a lot of mistakes in your past and you've made poor choices which have affected your present day. But just remember, your present day is not your past day. You can make the change now. Now is the time to make the change. All right, I've said enough today. And I want you to remember and always keep in your heart to be encouraged. God loves you. Have a productive, a peaceful, a pleasant, and a prosperous day. God bless you.